Hello, people. Today I have with us the figurized standard Shishibe Shion. This is from the Kyokai Senki line of model kits from the anime also titled Kyokai Shinki. There's a small write-up about Shishibe here, so let's go ahead and read that. It says that Shion is the pilot of the Mailes Reiki, which is owned by the Yatagarasu Resistance Organization. She is 16 years old, and her partner, Ailes, installed onto her unit is called Nayuda. That's this guy here. Her family used to run a Himenoware pottery kiln. She was originally a collaborator who supported the activities of the Yatagarasu, but became a pilot because of Nayuda. Despite having no intentions to become a pilot, Shion took on the role due to Nayuda threatening her when it was declared that he would not cooperate with anyone but Shion, and to the pleas of the members of Yatagarasu. She gradually found her meaning as a fighter through the training and persuading of her family, who were originally against her decision, by telling them that she wanted to help the people of Japan and revive the Himenoware. Therefore, her family now supports the organization. Nayuda calls her a princess. And there's also a write-up about him. Nayuda is the AI, the Ailes, installed in Reiki. It chose Shion as a pilot due to her desire to revive Himenoware and because of her looks. It thinks that its role is to become a knight that makes its princess's dreams come true. So this is another figurized standard. I did recently review the main protagonist in Gundam Witch for Mercury. That was our girl Suletta, which is from the same series, the figurized standard, or from the same line, I guess you would say, figurized standard. Now, this one is a bit different in that it was not meant with compatibility with other lines in mind. In fact, their build is quite a bit different than what you would see in other kits. I will show you some of the points that I mean in a little bit, but let's go ahead and first cover her articulation. So Shion here has a ball joint in her head, as you see. Quite a lot of range of motion there for a head. There are little ball joints inside the side of her head, which allow her to move her hair any direction, so you can have it a little bit more dynamic or relaxed. Either way, it does look like it's kind of excited, one of those kind of situations. Now, the ball joint in her head is upward, so that precludes any compatibility with any other series, as the peg going down into her body instead of going upward into her head. Kind of sad, but you know, they aren't always meant to be that kind of thing. Going down from there, there is a point of articulation in the front of her chest, which allows it to lean forward and back just a little. I don't know if you can see that, but right there you can see the shadow expanding and contracting. Her head, or her neck area, is actually on a ball joint under the front of this thing, so you can move it up and down like so. Very odd. Moving to the arms. The arms are pretty standard fare. There's a ball style joint inside her inside here, so you can actually move that quite a lot inside her shirt, and that is connected with her arm here, so that you have a pretty decent shoulder joint. She can move her arm in a lot of different directions. Very strongly articulated and very well done, I think. C-clip actually holds her lower arm to her upper arm, so you can move that one as you like. And it does have a point of rotation here if you want to do so, but it does make it look a little bit awkward on some angles. But still, it's something you can do if you needed to. You can see it pulling out here. Her hand is articulated on a small ball, and that goes into her sleeve here. You can actually see this part of her shirt, but yeah, no, that works pretty decently. Her sleeve does preclude a lot of motion, but it is functional. And again, because that's ball jointed, it doesn't work with any of the other kits that you might have. There's a ball joint going up from the shirt to, or her skirt, her dress, up into the upper body here, so you can move that a little bit, as you can see. The lab coat kind of look does really resist movement. Down to her legs, this pretty sophisticated system inside here. It isn't a T-joint per se. There are joints that go upward into her crutch section, and those each can articulate quite a lot. Then inside her thigh, there's also another section that has 2 ball joints, one into the leg and then one into the T-bar that normally would be there. So you have a triple jointed system on this one. So you can move it quite a bit, which is kind of necessary if you want to get any sort of dynamism. But at the same time, her skirt here, her dress here, kind of prevents you from doing anything overactive. But like you see here, you can move her leg in almost any direction you'd like within reason because of that dress. Her knee is pretty standard. Actually, this is the most normal part of her setup. You have the joint system just like the other girl kits, where it's 4 parts here, one joint, and then the little football shape here that helps you articulate anywhere you need to go. Now normally you stay in position pretty good, but pulling it the way I did, I think I might have messed it up, so I gotta be real careful there getting it back together. No, she's back in place. So yeah, simple knee, but double jointed, so you can get quite a lot out of it. Now another weird foot section here. This actually is a ball joint that goes up into her foot, and that wiggles around like so. And that actually articulates in the shoe, but just a tiny bit. It's more of a slit that isn't really meant to be articulated. But you do get a cool toe bend. Maybe? Okay, you don't get a toe bend, but there is a mechanism that allows for it. I guess it's just too tight in there to make it work. So I guess for being a pilot, she isn't that articulated. She isn't that athletic. Neither is her Mailes partner. This little guy, as cute as he is a very annoying character in the show. I don't really care for him very much, but he is here and he is with her. So without any points of articulation, there's not too much to show off of for him. You can just stand here with her. So on top of her articulation, she does come with one of those cheapy stands, but it does come with something different. It comes with the middle section here. Those just slap right together, and it works, the way it's supposed to. And it does plug into her back here, so it has to be a little higher than normal. But it plugs right in, and it functions just like it's supposed to. Nice black color, too, so it won't clash with anything on your stand, on your display. But she is fully capable of standing up on her own, so it's not completely necessary. In addition to that, she also comes with 2 other faceplates, and these are not tampographed, unlike the one that's on there. So you get a angry face, and you get, it looks like a concerned, maybe also angry face. You get stickers as well as decals. Here's the water slides. And here are the stickers. Wait, right here. Pretty nifty. She also comes with another set of hands. No holding hands for her. She only comes with open hands like so and closed fists. So now we'll jump into a size comparison. Let me go ahead and get everything straightened out. And here she is with the GBN-based Gundam. I kept the Mailes here just in case. With the 30-minute missions Alto. With the frame arms Jinrai in 1/100 scale. Here she is beside a frame arms girl architect. As you can see, she's just a bit shorter than the architect is. Here she is beside the magical girl. Here she is beside the magical girl Chaos and Pretty from the Megami Device line. They are very similar size, and so are the 30-minute sisters, which are also just about matched up with her. I wish there was some compatibility between these. The ball joints are just all the wrong sizes, and nothing really works together. So Unfortunately, we have to leave that out. Here she is beside the Hexagear Governor Nero and beside the Alex Gundam. And because I haven't built her Mailes yet, let's put the Kenbu in here as a stand-in. It's going to be just about the same height. I think the Reiki is a little bit taller, but this is the Mailes Kenbu in high grade, which is 172 in this particular set. And you can see here just about the same height as she is. So posing with that one would be pretty cool. Now, while I won't say I'm disappointed in this kit, it was rather simple to build. And by that, I mean it was a very simple build. Everything went together really fast. That's nothing to complain about, but I finished it in less than an hour. And for a kit that was close to $40, if not over $40, it's kind of a bad thing. For the girl kits, I know they tend to run a little bit more expensive, but even a 30-minute sister takes a little bit longer and, takes a little bit more care to build than this one did. That said, that you can probably find this one on discount. There's a lot of places that have her for sale because, like I mentioned in other reviews, the Kyokai Senki kits didn't really sell that well. Now, while this character isn't the main character, she is one of the main three pilots, and so she does help one of the main characters, and that guy is actually a bigger role than she does, in my opinion, but still, it's something, that they gave us from this kit line. I actually really love her as a kit. I didn't care for her too much as a character, but she's a really fun one to have built. My mind is kind of balancing how much I pay for her versus how much she is worth in terms of a model kit. And as you see, she didn't come with a lot of accessories, just some extra faceplates and 2 hand sets. This little squirt. But that said, it was a pretty cool ride. I like building her because she was so different. And I do like, again, her model kit. Her character, not so great. But I wish they came out with the guys. The 2 other pilots are great. And then there's all the other pilots from the other factions, too. You could have made those. And I don't think they ever will, but that would be really rad if they did. But with all that said, would I recommend this to be purchased by any of you guys? Probably not. If you can find her for cheap, do it because it was fun. But for the price, the full price, it's probably not worth it. You guys probably would hate her because paying close to $40 for something that was less exciting than building a 30-minute sisters kit isn't really the way to go. Figure Standard is an oddball set of kits. I don't hate them because they came out with a lot of cool stuff, but it's just very strange what they decided to put in and what they don't. I do wish they came out with some guys. I know they do have the Dragon Ball series. They have Star Wars as well. That's a different line. So there are guy kits. I don't know why they just don't do it for Gundam, for this Kyokai Senki, for stuff like that. I don't know what they're thinking. But I guess, sex sells. And, a pretty girl is always going to make you more money than a beef-headed dude. That said, this one, she's not very sexy, she's just a kid that's a pilot. She's cool, she's really cool. And it came out really pretty, I really like the way the coat looks over her dress here. It's not a bad looking kit in any way. I really like the colors, the scheme, it looks really great. So there isn't any complaints I have about her. If she thinks so, she's wrong. But with that said, I probably wouldn't recommend her to anyone else. This is this isn't a disappointment by any means. It's just a hard sell for me. Like, I couldn't tell you, hey, in your right mind, this is worth $40. You should definitely go buy it. So that's something that I'll go ahead and say. And with that, I will go ahead and tell you guys that I'm really glad that you watched through this whole video. If you did, don't forget to send me a like if you liked it and subscribe if you aren't, because I know a lot of people watching this aren't subscribed. That's cool. I love that you guys are watching it. But maybe hit that button. But that is it for tonight. I will let you guys go. I will see you guys next time, or you'll see me, but more than likely you will see my stuff. Bye-bye.